My name is Teresa Pitts. I was originally trained as a speech-language pathologist doing clinical work. Currently, I am the chair of the Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences Department, and you are in my laboratory at the Dalton Cardiovascular Center. After my PhD, I transitioned into a basic science lab and started studying the neurophysiology of essentially the upper airway. So that's our mouth, our throat, our larynx. So it used to be that swallowing was treated by occupational therapy. And then a number of years ago, the fields kind of switched. So occupational therapy does the plate to the mouth, and now speech pathology does mouth to the stomach. These behaviors like swallowing and feeding disorders were kind of tacked on to our field and now encompass kind of a type of speech pathologist that might be considered a medical speech pathologist. So they would work in the hospital, work in nursing homes, work in rehab facilities on things that might complicate someone's medical stay. One of the complicating things for swallow is that almost every neurodegenerative or neurotraumatic disease can result in a swallowing disorder, and the vast majority of those patients are probably going to die of something related to an aspiration pneumonia, which means things are going down the wrong way, getting into their lungs, and then they get a pneumonia kind of resulting from that. My lab specifically is trying to understand kind of the neurophysiology in order to develop pharmaceuticals. And so we have one drug that we have some preliminary data in animals that suggests it works. So we're trying to understand exactly why and how it works so that something like that could be transitioned to a clinical trial in humans. Probably one of the biggest impacts that we've had, not just work that was done here, but kind of across my career, is we have basically shown that if you have a swallow problem, you're more than likely to also have a cough problem. Because cough and swallow are related behaviors, that gives us the opportunity to really cheaply measure changes in cough that we now know predict or detect changes in swallowing disorders. Mizzou has really offered like this really remarkable collaborative environment here at the Dalton Cardiovascular Center that has kind of changed what I thought was possible for me to study. And so I'm pretty excited to see where that goes.